What's up everybody, D-Man back. Welcome to a brand new video, and today we are going to be reviewing Godzilla vs. Kong's book tie-in, the children's book tie-in, Kong and Me. Oh, very glossy there, right? You get a lot of reflection here. Written by Kiki Thorpe and illustrated by Nidhi Chanani. Oh, I don't think I said either of those names right. We have Legendary Comics, Kong and Me. It's huge. I wasn't expecting it to be this big. I didn't mention in my last video, but Godzilla and Kong, All Friends Fight, the other children's book adaptation, totally on different ends of the size spectrum here. It's $10. I guess it's not a bad price. I probably would have priced it a little lower, like $5 around there, $7. This one's $20. It's kind of similarly pricey. Like, I don't know if my parents would have splurged for a $20 children's book when I was a little kid. Maybe they would have, I don't know. I feel like at the book fair, if I were to have asked for a $20 book, I probably wouldn't have gotten it. So it might be a little on the expensive side. I don't know. But here we go. We got Kong and Me. I'll read you the back of the book here. Join Kong and his pal Gia as they spend a day of fun and adventure exploring the many wonders of Skull Island, proving that friendship comes in many sizes. No matter how different we are, no one is too big or too small to find a true friend. It's got a very good message. Both Godzilla and Kong books have a message of friendship, which is interesting given the movie, and there definitely is no friendship happening in that film. So the first thing you're going to notice about this book is absolutely the art. I guess aside from the size, because it's huge and that's what you're going to notice first. But the first thing you're going to notice about the actual book is the art. It's very good. I really like the art style. This huge book, the reason it's so big, I think, is to highlight the grand scale of Kong and to highlight the friendship between Gia and Kong on such a big level. But the art's really good. I like the little detailing here. You got like scars on Kong's chest, and there's lots of detailing like that throughout this book that's really great, such as in the background here, I believe you have the silhouette of leaf wings, and there are a few other super species from the Monsterverse from Skull Island that make appearances throughout this book as well. I really like it. I love the physique they draw Kong with, and I really like the way Gia is drawn too. It's really cute, and it's a really nice art style. I very much appreciate it. Plus you got like cool visual references here, like Kong and Gia looking at each other. It's a visual parallel to, like, you know, Kong and Weaver. Cool stuff. There's actually a lot of little fun Easter eggs throughout this book that I really appreciate. For instance, in this page where Kong and Gia are playing on the beach, you have a little crashed jet in the background, which of course is the beach from the beginning of Kong Skull Island. It's a little nice detail. There's this page, which is really great, that sees Kong and Gia walking around through the forest, and in the background here you can see a big mother longlegs towering over them. It's a nice little detail that it took me like 2 reads to notice, even though the page directly points out that the mother longlegs would be involved, talking about trees with legs. I don't know how I missed it, but yeah, there's a mother longlegs right here. I believe this little guy is called the Spore Mantis from Kong Skull Island, the little stick bug monster that poor Jack Chapman shoots up. He makes an appearance as well. I believe this guy is called the Holy Tiger, and he makes an appearance as well. The Mirror Squid shows up, and we get this absolutely wonderful piece of art here of Kong hugging Gia in the stars. I don't know what it is with me and nighttime shots, but man, this is beautiful. The art is so great. It's just such a nice, calming little piece of art. The picture's wonderful. I really like this image. It's definitely my favorite page in the book, and I very, very much appreciate this image. It's just beautiful, man. Now, unlike Godzilla vs. Kong, Sometimes Friends Fight, this one's a little bit more like a book. Not like an adult book, but it's a little bit more of what I was expecting from a children's book. This one's for a little bit older of an audience. My guess is that this book is probably for people around the 3 to 7 age. And this one's a little different because this one's not exactly trying to teach you a lesson outright. I mean, there is a lesson in this book, a lesson about friendship. No matter how big the size difference between Kong and Gia are, they can still be friends despite the fact that they're different, despite the fact that they're not both like each other. They can still be friends and they can still look out for each other. Even when Kong does stuff on accident, like tears up a tree or something, and he and Gia disagree, they're still friends and they'll work through it. So this one's got lessons in it. It's just not as overt with the lessons. It's just not as direct with them, and I actually appreciate that more. And then also with this one, it's written a little different, so it's a little better written. It rhymes and it's got a flow to it, and it's really nice. If you get into the flow of the rhythm and the rhyming, it's a quick read, you know, it's really nice. I wasn't expecting it to be like a rhyming book or anything, but it is, and so I appreciate that. As for the story just sees Kong and Gia going around Skull Island having a good day together. They go swimming, they play on the beach, they go pick flowers, they run through the forest together. together. It's just a lot of nice, fun, wholesome stuff, and I really appreciate that as well. I've seen some debate as to if this book is canon or not. It isn't. It's just a tie-in. It's just supposed to be like a fun little companion piece for Godzilla vs. Kong. It is not canon. I don't know where that's coming from, why people think it is, but it isn't. I can tell you in the MonsterVerse, Kong and Gia did not build a gigantic sandcastle together. Just something fun for the book. But yeah, overall, it's a really nice, it's a cute book. I really like the art. I'm a big fan of the art style. I prefer this one over Sometimes Friends Fight. This one's a little longer. It's a little longer of a read, but the art is so great. And I like the flow, and I like the lessons not being as direct. Again, it is for a little bit more of a mature crowd. Mature as in, you know, like I said, like 3 to 7 range. But I very much appreciated this book. I really do like this one a lot, actually. The coolest thing about it is that it's a book about Gia, and of course, she's like the best character in Godzilla vs. Kong. You got the 2 best characters from the movie starring in their own children's book. I think that's really cool. I like the expansion with Kong and Gia here. I like seeing their little buddy adventures in the cute children's land. Like I said at the start, this one is a little more expensive. It's about $20, but personally I think it's worth it. I bought 2 copies of it just because I know over time one of them is going to get worn down, so I hoped to have a pristine copy in the future as well. I want to get Kaylee Hoddle's autograph on one as well. I think that'll be really cool, so I'll try and do that. But yeah, I think Legendary Comics absolutely hit it out of the park with this one. If they do more MonsterVerse films, I'd love to see more stuff like this in the future. Again, this is just one of those things where as a kid, if I had a book like this, if I had a children's book with Godzilla and Kong in it, that would be something. Godzilla's not in this, by the way, but that would be something that I would really want. It would get me interested in reading. It would make it fun, it would make it interesting, and I could be more engaged that way. So having children's books like this, it's not only helpful so that you can read it to your kid and experience it with your kid and have a good time, but it's good as a kid if you're trying to learn how to read. This one's not trying to teach you how to read, but as you're getting a little older and you're starting to read and you're getting into elementary school, this is going to be one of those ones that I would have read all the time over and over again, assuming I had to read if my parents forced me to, because if it was up to me, there'd be no reading for me. But yes, I definitely recommend this one. Go check it out. Alright, and that'll do it for this one, guys. Thank you all for watching, especially thank you to my patrons over on Patreon. You guys are awesome. Supporting the Patreon goes a really long way towards supporting the channel. Make sure that I can keep making videos like this. Additionally, in order to give back to you, you can get extra Patreon benefits such as early content, access to the Discord community where you can chat with me and a few others. You can request videos and so on. Alrighty, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys next time for the next one. D-Man, out.